that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Bulldogs and the Mexico City Diablos. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, set, 15, run, 15 run. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Great job, D. Great job.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Now Sanders. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now this throw caught left side. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! David Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go. 8-3. Hey, Charlie.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
McSorley, 1st and 10. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Leo.
Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
At the 37-yard line.
Staying open.
Hey, Elf.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Fire one deep, middle, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And an alley to run. 47-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down to score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On first down, Sanders. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted me. It's a second down run with Sanders. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Okay.
Got it.
The offense back out there at the line.
Just lead grip.
They throwing middle, but it's in.
Let's go now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Quick pass out to Miller. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of them. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on Earl's down. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
58, come on. 58, come on. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 58, right over there, Yeah, yeah.
Hey, exit.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic.
Blue draw. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. 50. Play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he comes back with one complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
60
You can't block me. Deuce. Shit.
From the gun, they give to Tomlinson. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
2nd and 5 now. McSorley. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Let's go get it.
Out of the shotgun, McSorley. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
it. 64, weak.
He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Hey, Delta.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Trace McSorley with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things
down, pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Second and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now McSorley into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. They reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd and 2. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now back to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, baby. Then turn over. Get that ball.
Get ready.
2nd and 10, it's McSorley. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
58 to mine. All day, just like that. Just like that.
McSorley from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Y'all playing it wrong. Go. Save. He's crashing.
Hey, lock it.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
He may try and run for this. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We want it. Come to my work. Switch. Go.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Ready. 10 logo.
Number 53, Mike 53. It's our time. It's
Hey, wahoo.
sick guy. Check.
Hard.
Check it out.
Be different.
2nd and 5 now. McSorley, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want
McSorley sets to pass. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Ready.
So
60
2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. All day. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50.
Get it.
Throwing is McSorley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Go now. And shoot off.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
On the ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Again, it's Tomlinson. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
They're running it.
Shoot.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points?
And break this tie. A throw over the middle taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
15
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Luke Kuechly, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
X3, 218, jump.
They'll set up a throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's McSorley to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
50, plant.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. Get it.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to regain the lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 40, past the 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier.
Touchdown! Robbie Anderson, his second touchdown on the season, and his guys are going to retake the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Now. Watch the screen.
On first down, Tomlinson. Oh, the hurdle. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Smooth. Go.
Throwing on second down, McSorley. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to kick it away. That's taken on the 25. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Another run with Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Open man is Anderson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch the whip. Ready.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They go with Howard again. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Ain't no pilot. 64. Win. Let's go.
He can run for it, and he will.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Hey, high 7.
On second down, it's McSorley. That one's complete to Tomlinson. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Recon, 132 fighter. Go.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Two.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. He's diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out.
Get ready.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
5.
Tomlinson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Dante Fowler in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He's back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack, now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
That'll be taken in by Anderson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They give him a gain of 37. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Mike, 58, right there.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Ready, set.
58 to Mike. Hey, let's get it.
80 weapon.
52.
Get it.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Two-jet bomber. Bravo.
Jim.
Hey,
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, London.
On the ready. Hey, Delta.
You better be afraid of me.
Shoot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll run on first down. Tomlinson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the home team here, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And now it's off to the airport for a date with customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for London, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.